Hello and welcome to Artegan Flight 001. This is your captain speaking. If you are traveling through another dimension, you are in the right seat. A dimension not only of sight and sound and mind, but a journey into a wondrous new vibratory frequency. We'd now like to tell you about some important safety features of this aircraft. The most important safety feature we have aboard this aircraft is your attention. Please buckle up, everyone. It is going to be a thrilling ride.
The same moment that every single one of us will share is when we must let go of our bodies. Because when we die, consciousness continues, and our vision continues, and our feeling continues. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, can be transformed, and that's what happens to us when we surrender our physical bodies. We transform our energies, and we exist in another way, the original way. Hello and welcome to Artegan Weekly Bread, your spiritual board meeting. I am your Madame President of the Artegan, N-A-T-A-L-E-E. Feel free to stay for all of the psychic tarot and astrology reports. Feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. Welcome to all of the latecomers. Feel free to take a seat anywhere that you'd like. You made it to Artegan HQ. You made it to the meeting. I hereby officially call this meeting to order. President's report. Why am I talking about such morbid things right now? I'm guided to. It's not just to assuage anyone's fear of death of the body. It's something I'm being guided to and instructed to make sure and reinforce that you know, hopefully beyond a shadow of a doubt. It may come in handy for someone this week, that truth, just being reminded of such a occurrence, because every single one of us will have this moment. Now, does it mean I think anyone's going to actually transition to the other side? Not necessarily, but more importantly, it's not up to me to think about it. It's just up to me to channel the message as best as I can to you. The more comfortable you are with this transition, the easier it'll be, the less traumatic it'll be. Even if you have a traumatic death of the body, if you die in a painful illness, or if you are violently killed and murdered. We will all surrender our bodies, and for those of us that are comfortable with that, will have a much more beautiful, easier, less convoluted, less confusing transition. Now, don't be afraid. You're still going to have guidance. You're still going to have energy beings with you to help you, even if you are feeling a little lost, a little discombobulated. But let's do all we can to not only develop a beautiful, unique art of dying, but also, as I've talked about before, design an art of living. There has to be both. There has to be the art of living. There has to be the art of dying. So, let's see what comes up today in your tarot report. The astrology report is going to be fascinating. This is a really big week. And with that, let's go ahead and segue into the astrology report, my loves. So when I say stuff, when I want to get a message out, I first go to Instagram, my Instagram stories. Eventually, I will bring back a psychic life, which is basically a video clip I put together every single day of all of my Instagram stories. There are a few over on theartigan.com I think it's under a psychic life. I will bring it back in divine timing. However, that's what I use to get the messages out first, and then I go to Patreon, and then I go to YouTube. That Saturday was kicking off major big energy for the last 9 days of the month. And this week ahead, let's dig into it. So Monday, Tuesday is when we have this Sun squaring Uranus energy taking place. This aspect is in when we approach these dates, the energy is already activating. That's called the applying. And if you've seen the Saturn Salon, the recent one that I did for the Saturn returners for the Saturn squaring Uranus, I talk about that there. It's an applying, it's applying aspect. It's increasing in energy. And then when this connection happens, then they separate. The planets move on. We're applying in this energy of Sun squaring Uranus. The Sun's in Aquarius, Uranus is in Taurus. So Uranus is the great awakener, and the Sun is a spotlight on something in our lives where we're here to work on specifically. We're here to see and feel the warm rays of the Sun and understand. The Sun will bring us understanding because it's pulling our attention to it. So in the Aquarian area of your life, that's where your attention is. It's what wants to be lit up. Every planet does something like that in their own flavor, in their own way. Uranus is waking you up out of some Taurian stubbornness. Everything that's happening this week, all this fixed sign energy is to break us out of stubborn habits and old ways of doing things. So, Monday, Tuesday, the week kicks off with either a major realization or a breakthrough. Now, breakthroughs can also come through breakdowns, and that's okay too. Breakdowns are very important. You could quit a really bad habit. You could end a dependency. This is a really fantastic energy for bravery and courage, should you need it. Channel this energy by staying flexible, open-minded. Try to clear your schedule, make a lighter schedule if you possibly can, just to account for unexpected stuff, because that's what Uranian energy also does, is it sort of brings in unexpected things, unexpected events, not even just in the internal level, but we saw that over the weekend too. So that's the beginning of the week. Expect the unexpected. As we move on, we've got the full moon in Leo on Thursday, the 28th. I'm going to go live on YouTube, so make sure to tune in or catch the replay. This harkens to August 18th, or the whole month of August of 2020. This is that corresponding full moon, Leo full moon, from the Leo new moon. Sorry, I was weird. From the Leo new moon in August 2020. What was going on? What was opening your heart, or trying to open your heart back then? Because Leo rules the heart. Leo rules creative self-expression, children, art, entertainment. Lead with the heart. That was the theme. It's always the theme with Leo energy, is to be courageous, to lead with the heart. Love Leos, sun, moon, risings. So this Leo full moon, the biggest thing, I'm just going to talk a very short little bit about it, is the T-square. Now this T-square is being kicked off by the full moon at 8 degrees of Leo, directly across the sky from everything in Aquarius. I'm telling you, there's so much fixed energy right now. Sun, Jupiter, Saturn in Aquarius. That's what a full moon is. A new moon is when the sun and the moon are together, and then halfway through the lunar cycle, there's that full moon directly opposing that new moon placement. And then it just keeps going like that. What's special about this full moon is that both the sun and the moon and those additional planets are forming 90-degree aspects to Uranus and Mars in Taurus. Ding, ding. So now the pressure is unbearable. Something's got to pop. We had that new moon in Capricorn conjunct Pluto. Very all or nothing month of January 2021. This is also the same day, on Thursday, that Pluto conjuncts, or I guess Venus conjuncts Pluto in the sky in Capricorn. Power. When Pluto interacts with a planet in any way, especially in such a way as this conjunction with Venus, that planet is changed forever. We're talking about permanent changes, not only just like right now and this week and Thursday, but all of 2020 was about permanent changes, deep, permanent, structural changes. So how are we coping with that? And how are we going with the flow of what's trying to change, what's trying to come into our lives, what's trying to leave our lives? Because this Pluto is going to burn up Venus, and whatever's left is what was meant to stay. So this is a very powerful lunation. Take a look back over the last 6 months. What were you doing? What was going on? What was your heart space like in August 2020? And what's been that journey from August 2020 to now? Even this week, because this is the culmination of that energy. This is the culmination of that whole cycle, I didn't even see that whole stuff. And with the sky doing what it's doing right now, I'm telling you, it is very all or nothing. You're seeing things with your heart. And you're going to see what you like, and you're going to see what you don't like. That's Pluto, Venus. So what are you going to do moving forward? This is something that is going to potentially culminate in this big, beautiful crescendo of potentially love. It will likely be something to do with your heart, something you care about, something that's real. Or if you've been seeing over January, and this is because of that Capricorn new moon conjunct Pluto, that's given this like an adrenaline shot, like in Pulp Fiction. Actually, I think that was not adrenaline. I think was that epinephrine? Was that, I don't know, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's kind of like that. So it's a little bit dramatic. Leo also rules drama. So there's going to be high drama no matter what. Woo. The T-square. One square is dynamic. It's hard. It's difficult. It's crunchy energy. You got to really But with the T-square aspect, with all this stress and all this pressure, something's got to give. Something's got to pop. So it's either that big crescendo, or your life will go in a totally, completely different direction. This is a timeline shifting moment. Or I say timeline now, but I like to say even more potentialities. So it's a crescendo, culminating moment of an ongoing potentiality. Okay, you might find yourself going on one path. But if January showed you something that you didn't like, you're going to be set on a whole different potentiality. I'll talk more about it on the live stream Thursday the 28th. I hope to see you there. It's so much fun. We have a ball. And then Friday, the 29th of January, we've got Sun conjunct Jupiter. Exact. In Aquarius. So, funny, a lot of astrologers will call this the luckiest day of the year. And that's very charming to me because it's romantic. Jupiter, the planet of luck and the planet of, abundance. I'm the Capricorn party pooper wet blanket that likes to say that Jupiter overpromises, so we shouldn't really put too much faith in Mr. Jupiter. We did not have actually a luckiest day of the year in 2020. We did in 2019, not in 2020, and here we are in January 2021. So if it is lucky for you, you'll get that coming in. Something big and wonderful. Something that expands your heart, expands your joy, expands your awareness. This could even be very good for the solar figures in your life and the solar masculine energy within yourself. Confidence, healthy ego functions, healthy masculines in your life that are confident, that are using their powers and channeling their energies in a very healthy, happy, optimistic, positive, courageous, constructive way. If it's the overpromising manifestation, and that will be for some of us, this will be when you see what has been overpromised or what you expected too much from, or got your hopes up too high about. And this Sun conjunct Jupiter will be the expansion of your wisdom and understanding how the whole thing played out, possibly even over the last 6 months, or if this is a longer, bigger issue back, since when it started or when it was, really happening. You're going to have the perspective. The sun's going to give you the spotlight, so you're going to see it very clearly. And Jupiter is going to give you the wisdom and the growth and the abundance, and the expansion is all going to be inside. Hopefully, it is a little bit of both for all of us, because that's healthy. That's a nice balance. It's going to be an interesting full moon, and this will play out over the next 2 weeks. This is, the new moon cycle lasts until the next new moon. So we're still in that Plutonian, not like it's dark and scary, but it's transformational, deep, permanent changes. Okay, so that's Friday. And then on Saturday, we have Mercury stationing retrograde in 26 degrees of Aquarius. Back up your hard drives, upload your photos, the ones you want to keep, because I used to work at a camera store, like a real camera store where we just sold cameras and we processed film, we transferred movie reels to DVDs. I cleaned the film and I spliced them together. So, of course, I'm going to recommend that you print your photographs on archival quality paper. However, no one really does that anymore. So, back up your photos, put them somewhere safe, and, proceed. There's nothing to be afraid of with Mercury retrogrades. It happens like 3 times a year, sometimes 4. So we have that. And with this Mercury retrograde, it will be in Aquarius, which leads the charge in innovation, surprises, humanitarian feelings. Do you feel empathy? Do you feel compassion? Do you feel inspired to want the best for your neighbor, for other people? That's the higher octave. That's the higher vibration of Aquarius energy. The lower vibration can be extremely judgmental, more should type energy. Aquarian energy, because it's a fixed sign, can not really want to be the authority. They don't want to be the boss necessarily, but they have very strong ideas about what the boss should do, how the boss should act, and what kind of rules or non-rules or flexibilities the boss should write down and enforce. So over this Mercury retrograde period, you will likely be coming up against your own ideologies about that. And if you are being more judgmental than humanitarian, you may come up against some of those consequences or repercussions. Mercury rules a lot. But what I'm being guided to focus on is the nervous system of information and how we build from the data we're receiving through our 5 and 6 senses. That's Mercury. And how it all comes together to form what we think, how we feel, who we are. So expect information, expect understanding to potentially get muddled, and for a lot of different things, expect to have to redo them. Very kind of like almost void of course moon energy. It's a very karmic time. People you meet, it's not necessarily the best for starting huge projects or starting big things without context. You really, if you're starting a job, a relationship, an artistic project, any kind of a business project, it's more advantageous if you have context already, if you've already built a relationship, if you've already laid groundwork, or if you've already worked with or for an employer, coworker from the past. Because the retrograde energy, and it doesn't really go retrograde, that's just from our view here on planet Earth. From Earth, Mercury looks like it's going back, but it's actually not. So why does this work? It just does. It just does. So you could even get a job that you've worked before. So if you're looking for a job, go back to who you've worked with or for in the past. That's where you will find success. So we're getting a redo energy. We're getting a redo. Let's figure this out again. Let's try it again. If it's a relationship, you could be, now depending on your chart and what else is working, you could have a little bit of a false perception where you want to try it again, but it's not in your best interest. If you want to go back, this Mercury retrograde will muddle some of your thinking into thinking that it will be a good idea to try it again. And that's how you're channeling the energy. And you could be very overconfident with Jupiter, very active right now. But Saturn's there to hopefully pull you back and to be a little bit more realistic. So if that is the case for some of you, I would do your best to try to look at it very objectively and kind of coldly. Saturn can be detached, and Aquarius is detached. So you benefit from, yes, taking on responsibility, but when it makes sense. That's what's going to work really well. If you are returning to an issue, there could be support for reworking through those issues. Maybe I should just do a Mercury retrograde video. I've tried it so many times, and I do record usually on Mercury retrograde. There are certain projects. Okay, here's a cool thing. There are certain projects that you can pick up and keep working on when Mercury is retrograde, which is me. I always have things that I pick up only on a Mercury retrograde, and I do a lot of work on it. And I go back and I make it better and better and better. And whenever any of that is ready, I will absolutely share it with you. So that's Saturday. So it can be a return of a really positive thing, like you can get a second chance at something. maybe in a different form or in a different way. But overall, you're going to really want to channel the practicality and the responsibility of Saturn. Saturn sets the agenda. And in the sign of Aquarius, and even, this past Saturday, Sun conjunct Saturn in Aquarius. Saturn rewards you when you take on responsibility. Saturn rewards you when you hold yourself accountable. So if you're taking on good, healthy, strong responsibilities, it's a really rewarding time. And if you are taking on responsibilities that are part of a little bit of a toxic cycle, or your perception is just skewed, then Saturn will make things very, very difficult to maintain that. Even more so than the people that take those really healthy responsibilities. Because those healthy responsibilities, all Saturn's going to do is manifest those things that need your care and those things that need your, attention. But when you take it on in like the toxic way, Pluto is gonna rip that all apart. So I'm not worried about it, because if you're looking at someone in your life and you're like, oh no, don't worry about them, because the planets and the cosmos and their destiny and their soul path is going to take care of everything. And just remember what I said at the very beginning, we're all going to let go of our bodies one day. That's a personal, private thing. No one can, people like me can teach you how to do that and not be afraid of it. But none of us could, it's not like we can go with you or want to go with you when it's really your time. You'll just, if you work with me or with other psychics or energy workers, we can help you get to a confident point where you are building and creating constantly your art of living and your art of dying. But it's just to give you the confidence so that when that moment is happening, you're not scared. I don't want people to be scared. I don't like that. That fear is so disenfranchising, and that's why I do what I do here. I don't want to digress, but anyway, that was the astrology report. That's what's going on this week. It's a huge week, major week. And just the last thing about Mercury stationing retrograde in Aquarius and then going direct till March 15th. Yes. Psychic report. I'm sorry, you guys. It's just this. It's really delicious. Hold on. The downloads I have for you have been cooking for a while. Lies to love. What does that even mean? Let me tell you this. When you lie, especially when you lie to someone you love, when you care about that connection, the lies between the both of you degrade and break down that bond. It ruins it. And it alienates you from each other. When you fess up and are honest about your lies, and you acknowledge, when you acknowledge those lies, that dishonesty, it strengthens that connection. It fortifies it. And it brings you two closer. If you're high vibrational enough to acknowledge that lie and take responsibility for it, and the other person is not matching your vibratory frequency and they are not high vibrational enough to cope in a mature way and ultimately forgive you and move on, well, you just learned something, didn't you? That's your download. It's very simple. But like I'm saying, it's been cooking. Let's see what the cards have to say. Tarot report. Okay. Oh, I already knocked. That's right. Okay. Lies to love. This feels like something's coming up between you two. A lie, of course. What is it? Four of Pentacles to start. This is the person holding on to the lie. You or someone you're connecting to, they're holding on to the lie. You're holding on to the lie. Someone is holding on to the lie. Sorry, I don't know I tried to fix that. There we go. Why couldn't have that happened? Why couldn't that have happened? Grammar. Oh, that's another thing with Mercury retrograde. Our speech, our words. Maybe that's why I'm channeling this lie stuff, to prepare everyone for Mercury retrograde. That's when the lies come to light. Okay, that's someone holding on to the lie very clearly. Seven of Pentacles. They don't know what to do. See, and that's the thing about lies. They grow bigger and bigger, and then you have to lie about the lie. And then it's just... This is like every rom-com movie ever made, where it's always just about someone lying, and the whole movie's about how they save the connection. I don't have a straw short enough for that. And I don't want matcha all over my face. What's the next energy, please? Virgo energy, the Hermit. Ooh, and the Five of Cups under that. You or this person is keeping it deep, 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 deep down inside. This person's maybe even going through a dark night of the soul. They may even be feeling really bad about it, very guilty. It's a good thing. This person may also be encountering or meeting a mentor soon, a spiritual mentor. That's the Hermit. Not always do I get that. I usually get that going deep within, doing that energy work within yourself, but I am getting that right now with this. There we go. Sorry, figuring it out still. I brushed it all. I did. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Next energy. I also notice that I'm speaking differently. I think that's Mercury retrograde slowing me down. Emotional. Very emotional. Of course it's about the relationship. We already knew that, but here it is, the Two of Wands. So this looks like something about forming a connection, forming a bond, forming a deep connection. This person is taking the inspiration and the fire, the spark of that Ace of Wands. Could even be entrepreneurial. There's two coin cards, and we have our wand. And even the Ace of Cups is emotionally potent. But it's about taking that inspiration and then looking for that right person to grow it with, to build it into something. The aces are seeds. So this could be the beginning of an emotional connection. This could be a reinvigoration, for instance, if you're married. This is an emotional overflow. This is someone feeling very, very strongly. King of Cups. Sorry, I just see the stoic Scorpio just not ever talking about their feelings. But you know what they're feeling. I mean, I do, but this is the vibe. This is a different person. I'm starting a whole new row, and you'll see it in the end here. This is a whole different person. This is my Michael Corleone. I think I'm gonna watch that tonight, you guys. What's today? What's today? Sunday. Last night was Saturday. Yeah, last night, Saturday. I took a 3-hour bath. It was so wonderful. And I watched back to back. I watched Between Two Ferns, the movie. I laughed so much and so hard. It is so funny. And then I started watching The Social Dilemma. I thought it was a different movie, but it turned out to be The Social Dilemma, and I didn't finish it. But I'm going to finish it. It's really good. I have different comments on it. That doesn't belong here. But it just makes me want to watch The Godfather. So I think I'm going to watch it tonight. Okay. Back to you. This is a more emotionally mature person. This is probably you. Unless you're the one with the lie. Then you're the other person. This is someone here. Someone having to do with the situation in some way, shape, or form. Could even be a third person involved. Ooh. The plot thickens. It's the Queen of Wands. She's spicy. She's the one... My legs are falling asleep. Give me a second here. She's the one that everyone... She's the one that everybody just... Oh, kind of like... Hold on, let me adjust myself here. Sorry. I like her because she takes action. I like her because she's really, really confident. This is masculine energy, feminine energy. Everyone channels masculine energy. Everyone channels feminine energy. So it doesn't necessarily have to mean... this is not like we're talking about gender here. Another person here. Unless this King of Cups is the first row person and they're the ones keeping it all inside. It does go under the Four of Pentacles. Thank you. Page of Swords. Spying. Thank you. She's confirming that for me. The cards are going under each other. I don't always do it that way, but when she tells me, then I do. Someone's getting nervous. I think they're getting nervous that they're going to be outed. Because when I first put this down, I got a little nervous. I got nervous. Hold on. Someone is actually going through a mental cleanse. It's almost like they're washing their brain. I don't know how else to put it. That's what she showed me. Okay. What's the next energy? All this over lies. It's pretty beautiful. This is the weekly with the Leo full moon, and we have the sun. The Ace of Cups. This is happy. This is real happy. I mean, this is like an emotional spilling over of happiness. And the Leo, the lion here. Oh. Thanks. All right, last energy. No, it's not what you haven't said yet. It's not something that you haven't told someone. It's very specifically lies. I'm hearing one of you asking me in your head, or just asking in your head and I'm overhearing it. Nope, it's not something that you're keeping from someone, like a question, or this is like lie. Like you said, okay, let me step it back a bit. A lie is not just saying something that is not true. It's not just, my lips are blue, my nails are green. It's not just that. You can lie by omission, by not saying something, by changing the conversation. You can lie by allowing someone to think something that is not true, and just by not saying anything and not correcting what you know they're perceiving or what you know they're understanding. You lie by misleading. I used to say that with my sister. I would ask her a question and I would say, don't lie to me directly, indirectly, by omission or otherwise. I mean, I used to have this whole thing just to make sure I included every single way. She's Gemini. Nothing against gems. I love you people to pieces. Just saying. I'm just saying that what you're asking in your mind, oh, is this about something that I haven't said yet? Is this about something I haven't told someone yet? Is this about something that I haven't figured out? No. This is about something that you or this other person knew. And be real. Let's all be real. Let's all be authentic with ourselves. Something that you knew. You were letting someone believe something that is not the truth. Either you directly lied, you avoided it, you led them to believe something else, you changed the conversation, you let a lot of time go by, and then started talking about something different. It's that. Let's move on. World at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to show you how I picked it up. Lovers in reverse. Cards in reverse mean the exact opposite of what they do upright. Upright, this is a choice in love. In reverse, this is not a choice in love. This is not a choice in love. Interesting, coming right underneath this Two of Wands, about looking for a partner, looking for a person. This is like one of those. This is someone searching for a partner, either in business, a life partner, romance, what have you. Did I say romance or romance? You know, it's just the R's and the double U's. Anyway, this could be someone realizing they're in love with someone, but there's the lie, or there are lies, or there have been untruths, less truthy truths, whatever funny little thing you want to say about it, whatever you want to call it. And let's start digging into this. World is at the bottom of the deck, so this cycle can come to an end. The cycle of going round and round and round in your own energy about it, or this person. It seems like it is that this part of this energy will end. Actually, I want the big ones. I want these. My ride or die, ride or wait. First tarot deck ever. They still are beautiful. Okay. Let's take a look at the Four of Pentacles. Why is this? Thank you. That was quick. Ooh, Page of Wands. You or this person are totally not giving an inch. You're portraying like you're very confident, like this isn't a lie. This isn't a lie. Look, this is the truth. This is the truth. This is the truth. I swear it. I swear it. Yeah. But you know what? Your vibe doesn't lie. So we know, or you know, and be honest with yourself. If this is someone in your life, you know that you know. What is that? Sorry. I know we're talking about your love life right now, or your heart chakra, or your love frequency, or your family, or your friends, or who you're going to pick to start your business with, but you know. Okay, so this person is making it look like they're very confidently telling the truth, or that they're very confident But no, they're totally holding on to the lie, and we can totally tell. World on the bottom of this deck. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. That's making an investment. That's building this connection over the long term. Thought so. Five of Cups. And coming under the Queen of Wands, this is the person who's not lying. And the person who is lying is this King of Cups. They're giving off the vibe. Which is weird because I am picking up that this person, they're either very emotionally mature, accept this thing, like this is maybe like one of the last little lessons for them, or they're just really, I feel like they are perceptive. I feel like they do know people. Thank you. She just gave it to me. This person, you, could be you, or this person, believes that they know people, like a Michael Corleone. So they believed that they had to lie because they think they just know you, or you just think you know that this person's going to act and react and behave predictably. So this is very calculating. I like the I like whoever this is, spicy person. This is like a real go-getter. This is a very... I love the Queen of Wands because I call her my middle class queen. She starts born into debt, family debt on a farm, works her way up, and like eventually becomes a queen of the kingdom. That's why she has the sunflower stalk in her hand. Love her. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy, sun, moon, rising. Definitely doesn't have to be though, just saying. This is the person that's been investing into this connection and now they have regret. So if you've been investing in this connection with someone, you know that they're lying and they're not owning up to it. They're just trying to come across confident and trying to pass that lie or the lies. But this is a page. It ain't no king or queen. It's obvious. Immature. Let's take a look at the Hermit energy. What's this Hermit here? The Moon. This King of Cups. Yikes. The one who's lying, they're really going through it. I mean, this could have been how they live life. This could be how they maneuver through the world, is thinking they know people and then like going from there. But they're very torn. They're very torn about being truthful because they want this connection. This is right in the beginning when I'm like, this is like that rom-com where in the beginning, the first 10 minutes in the setup in Act 1, the setup, the rest of the movie, someone lies to someone and the rest of the movie is just about fixing it. Ugh. Come on. Take a look at this Ace of Cups. Well, that was quick. Nine of Wands and the Devil. I'm not the timing psychic. I can't give you a timeline. I can't give you a date. So I don't know if this is past, present, or future. But at some point, this person, the one that's lying, they are now, or they have felt totally defeated by their past hurt, past pain. Maybe they had a really bad breakup they never got over. They never let themselves grieve. They never let themselves really process it. It's created this codependency on guardedness. So this person is lying in part because they don't want to get hurt. They don't want to get hurt. The way they feel is very, very, very deep. It's very deep, pure love. But this is the wounded warrior. Look at him. Does that look like a trusting, open, loving, communicative person to you? No, it does not, is the answer. This person, the one that's lying, has been hurt many times before. Doesn't trust anyone. Doesn't trust anyone. Not really just you, but probably anyone. They have the wall up, but it's like their crutch. It's like it's just keeping them low. It's keeping them alienated. It's keeping them not connecting with you, if that's the roles here. Two of Wands, please. Thank you. And you're the person for them. There's love here. That this person's totally like in love with you. They're happy, thinking about you. They want to be with you, or you them, however it's working. If this is business, this is a really fantastic business opportunity. It's a partnership. It's like platter here. Think, here you go. But this it's like they have major trust issues. They have lying issues. I'm sorry. But if this is your person, you have to ask yourself why you are really still holding out hope for someone that's lying to you. Let's take a look at this person. The King of Cups. Ooh, thank you. Ooh, the Empress. Ooh. Wow. That's wow. King of Cups clarified by the Empress and the Three of Pentacles. Deep down, they know that this is the good life, that this is beauty, grace, true love, abundance, prosperity. And because we even started with a pentacle card, and we have, let's see, two already, and this is the third, the Three of Pentacles, there is something financially advantageous for both sides, for both people, whether this is about business or love or even family. This could even be family. I was watching the Royal Tenenbaums earlier today while I was putting on my makeup. I just feel bad for this person a little bit. Starting to feel like, oh, that sucks. Queen of Wands, let's take a look at you. Oh, Four of Swords. Okay, so this is they could be, if this is you, you could be more of an extroverted person, or there's something more, you may be more visible in some way, shape, or form as well, but you're the one who, you've been investing into this. You're the fun one. That's kind of what she showed me this thing, and then it just came out. You're the fun one. That was funny for me to experience. Okay, so you're the one that you invested a lot. It looks like a long time. It really does. Into this connection, into building it, into establishing it, into very reciprocal, very enthusiastically, yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm in. Yes, you say yes, right? Queen of Wands. And you're not happy with what they're showing you because you know they're lying. So you do feel regret because, like I said in the very beginning, when the lies are there, it breaks down like a chemical compound, the connection, the bond. It lessens it, it weakens it, it deteriorates it. And this is the sadness over that. This is looking at those 3 cups spilled like, oh, you just, you're lying to me. I know you're lying to me. And it's like happening right now. Like when you know someone's, okay, as a psychic, this is what I'll say. As a psychic, the worst part about being psychic is letting people lie to me because I know they're lying. It takes the maturity and the wisdom and the manners, tact, to let them. and to just carry on, live my life. But I know, you know. And when you're being lied to, it hurts. And when you're being lied to and you know it's a lie, it's getting broken down. This relationship, it's happening in the moment. It's, so that's why this card, this energy, but there's 2 cups standing. There's something left over. You're thinking about it. 4 of Swords, you've pulled back. You're not talking to them. You're thinking about it. You're meditating on it. You may even be praying about it, but you are quiet. Or this person's quiet if you're the one that has lied. Let's take a look at this Page of Swords. This is the super secret Scorpio spy card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Heaven help you. I'm just kidding. I love Scorpios. I love especially highly evolved Scorpio men are such after my own heart. Love them. Okay, Page of Swords. Ooh. Lot of internal volatility here. Coming right underneath the Hermit with the Moon. This is so weird. There's a lot of up and down. This is like, this person has she's showing me a beehive that's very disorganized. She's showing me the inside of a beehive where all the bees are just, sorry, that's not me. Someone swears a lot. Like it's F this and shit that a lot. Someone talks like that, like F and she's showing me all these bees that it's like every bee is like in a panic. Every bee is like the sky is falling, and they're just like swearing and they're just like running around. There's like this madhouse. It's like okay, first of all, I'm just gonna say what real anarchy is order without rulers. What I'm seeing, what she's showing me is like mayhem. It's just like no order at all. No order, no queen bee. This person doesn't have a queen bee. This person doesn't have a queen bee. And this is the queen bee. This Empress, you're probably the queen bee. And your person is just like, they're very like mentally like that beehive where all the bees are just like tweaking out, and it's mayhem and in the hive, and nothing's getting done. No one's making any honey. There's no honey. There's no honeycomb. There's no perfect shape. You know that shape that is like the perfect, most like mathematically correct. Okay, I'm not going to get into that. Okay. But that was weird. Yeah, there's like mentally this person is going through a lot, emotionally, spiritually. So this person's having like a little judgment day moment here about lying. Gosh. I mean, my mother named me Natalie, and on my birth certificate spells it Natalee. It's very important that anyone that, wants to be part of my life in any way, shape, or form spells it that way and spells it correctly and takes the time to, this is so TMI, one of my waxers, her name is Ulissa. And she said, "Oh, call me Yuli for short." I said, "Why? Ulissa is a beautiful name. I'm going to call you Ulissa if that's all right with you." And she's like, "Well, people have a hard time pronouncing it." And I said, "Well, that's their issue. That's their problem. That they don't take the time to make sure that they understand and can pronounce your name the way it is." And she really liked that. So, anyway, the reason why my mother spelled it that way is because she didn't want the word lie in my name. It's just it's a thing. It's vibrational. She's why I'm who I am. Made me very fearful of lying, and so being truthful and honest in my life has only really led to like bad things, like really horrible things. Not now. Now I'm finally reaping the rewards of all that, but like growing up in the before time, right? It just shocked people, to be honest. It was like disruptive, to be honest. It was like traumatic for people, for me to be honest, and to be so blunt. And I didn't have any tact back when I was, a teenager. No one does, I guess. But anyway, moral of the story here is that this other person, one that is lying, they're having like a reckoning about it. It's like this whole defense mechanism where they finally found someone that they don't want to lie to, but they already have. Thank you. They didn't want to lie to you, but they already have. That's sad. Let's take a look at the sun. I knew it. I didn't want to say it because I didn't want it to be true, but I knew it. Five of Pentacles with the sun. Totally opposite energies. Totally opposite. And it comes right underneath this. The Ace of Cups, the Devil, Capricorn energy, and the Nine of Wands, that defensiveness. So you pulling back, and the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you pulling back your energy has made this person feel left out in the cold. Why? Because you took your sunshine, you took the warm rays of your love, and you protected it. This is your form of protecting yourself. This is your form of self-love. Boundaries are the gifts we give to ourselves. Your boundary is no lies. That's your boundary. They have this artificial, it's not even a boundary, it's an artificial wall. And they're sort of, I don't want to say they're addicted to it. It's almost compulsive. It could be compulsive with this person, because it's how they move through the world. It's how it's part of how they interact with other people. But you're not other people. You're special. You're different. I'm kind of protective over you guys. I'm very protective over my people. You're living and trying to live in love, truth, and integrity, and raise your vibratory frequency. Mercury retrograde, help me. Let's take a look at this. Lovers in reverse. Ooh, it's still on the bottom of the deck. And the World. Two worlds. And this is what it's like when worlds... I think I just might go full PM 5K on this place. Power Man 5000. Supernova goes pop. Sorry, I'm so sorry. The World clarifying the Lovers in reverse. I mean, because you're in the higher frequency right here. Artegan HQ, headquarters. That's what HQ means. This is it. That's what I'm hearing. Who's saying that? Who? This is it. I'm hearing someone saying they might be looking like down. It's like they're either looking down, or they're looking up. And they're saying like, this is it. Or they're looking down and up and down. And it's something weird. Someone's saying, this is it. Oh God, it's like I'm overhearing this person. In their energy, like in their mind. They're having this huge little like crises over they're lying to you, and they know that you're like the one, or that if this is business, this is like they lied to get the job and they can't do the job, or it's like they lied about something they have, or who they are, or a friend that they have, or it's something like that. Thank you. That feels so good. Guys, honestly, laughter. it's one of the important keys of this life, of this lifetime, is laughter. Okay. All right. I'm back in the game. I'm just kidding. Here we go. Now you have two worlds. Worlds at the bottom of the deck. Lovers in reverse. This is it. This is the end of the line. This is like the person. This is the one. If you scammed 10 investors, this 11th investor, this is it. This is the one that you can't lie to. You cannot scam. If you've been in love 25, you're Casanova. Or if let's just say you've had like 6, 10-year. Oh, that's kind of a lot. Let's say you've had like 3 or 4 10-year relationships, and they're big, grandiose love adventures, but when you lied through them, this is it. This is like the one where the buck stops here. This is it. This is the end. That's what this world is. It's like, this is the end. This is the person that causes this reaction in your energy field. This is the person that changes you just by them being who they are. This Queen of Wands. Wow. Let's get your oracle. Oh, yeah, still at the bottom of the deck. Boom. Listen. Oh, that's pretty. Listen, this person has to feel, we all have to feel the pain. We all have to feel pain in order to grow and learn. Oscar Wilde said, experience teaches only the teachable. So some people are going to touch a stove 1,000,000 times and never learn. Some of us might need to touch it 25 times or 14 times to learn. I'm sorry. You have to see Between Two Ferns, the movie, just for yes and I'm sorry, I'm done. Oh, it feels so good to laugh. I'm sorry. Okay. Let's get your oracle, and then I'll let you guys go. There was actually so much more in the psychic report that I was thinking of sharing, but I'm actually going to make a whole separate video because this is probably already going to be really long. Moonology. What do you got for us? Okay, so just real quick, if you are the Queen of Wands, if you're the person being lied to, pull back. Pull your energy back. Recenter yourself. Recenter your energies. Stay you. You're showing up very independent, so I'm not like really worried that you're losing yourself in this or anything, or that, I think you're pretty protected. You don't respond to them until they're really done with the lying. That's what this is. Then you'll know. When they acknowledge and take responsibility for it, ask for forgiveness, and then ask, if we can move forward together. Be prepared to forgive. If you love them, or if this is someone that you really, if the investor thing, let's say, you saw a lot of potential in this person, and you're like, okay, they're just a kid and they're still making mistakes, but I know they have a lot of potential, and I really respect that they're owning up to it. So yeah, of course, I've done stupid stuff when I was a beginner, whatever. Yeah, come on, let's go. But whatever the situation, be prepared to forgive, Queen of Wands. That's your part in this. Truly forgive. Empathy, compassion. That is how you both move forward in this. Okay, let's get your... Ooh, okay, that was quick. Ooh. Isn't that what we've been talking about this whole time? Someone's personal issue reaching a resolution. Full moon in Cancer energy. Let's just get that right all up in there. Yeah. Yeah. Someone's personal issue reaching resolution. Oh, and expect powerful change at the bottom of the deck. And take time to breathe out, kind of peeking out. Expect powerful change. I'll just pick this one up. Thank you. Expect powerful change. That certainly is powerful. This person, they're really going through it. you're activating okay, when people are like, you can't change a person, you can't change them, that's absolutely true. This is as close as it gets. When you are who you are and you maintain your vibration, and they either transform to meet you there, or you take your ball and you go play somewhere else with people that are in your vibration. This person's, that's what's happening here, is that you're pulling back, going maybe, I don't know, going Zen or something, and they know this. They just adore you, to be honest. They want to either work with you, collaborate with you, or build with you, either family, money, business, prosperity, art. It's beautiful. It's like pretty, it's like super beautiful. Anything that whether this is love for romance or for family or for business or for friendships, whatever this is has a lot of potential. Both of you know that. The person that's lying knows that in spades. And the person being lied to knew that the whole time. That's why they've been investing into the connection. So maybe this person got it late. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay, if this is romance, let's take a look at this love oracle here. So this one was pretty spot on, I would say. This psychic channeling. Okay. Give your relationship a chance. Look at those arms. Look at those biceps. Look at that eyeshadow. Sorry, that was so loud. Work on your partnership. That's more confirmation. More confirmation. So it doesn't matter if this is a new thing trying to get lifted off the ground, if this is a marriage going through a little rough patch, or if this is like a family squabble, or if this is something happening between you and your best friend. It doesn't matter. Love is love. What's on the bottom? Worth waiting for. You've got to be kidding me. Did I scare you when I did that with my voice just now? How many of you would watch my comedy show? Raise your hand. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Although I like to say love frequency. Worth waiting for. This is obviously for the Queen of Wands, who's already in that. I'm not the timing psychic. You've either already pulled back your energy, or you will after you see this. But that's how it works, because this person needs time and space to do what they need to do, to be who they need to be, in order to with you. So you got to let them do that for however long they need. I don't know, but okay. Mentally, I'm telling you, mentally, this is showing up. I didn't get the download for the emotional stuff they're going through. I got the download for the mental stuff they're going through. I think this person is, they might be very mentally unsettled. I feel like this person may struggle with anxiety. Like they might even be diagnosed with, I don't know, chronic anxiety or something. That could be someone's confirmation, or some connection with bees or honey. I don't know. But anyway, so that's for you, Queen of Wands. It's saying that this is all worth waiting for. And for both of you, it's giving this a chance. It's this person that's, the thing holding them back is, okay, the devil is Capricorn energy. If you can see, there's this freaking thing, right? Devil sitting on top of this granite pedestal. And the two people are chained to the pedestal, right? But if you look very, 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 very closely, those chains around their necks, they're loose. They can take them off at any time. This person can stop lying. They can stop lying to you anytime. They can own up to this and acknowledge this at any time. It's only their own issues, their own stuff that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's preventing them. It's their, and what it is, and we have more detail here, it's their guardedness. They've been hurt before. Being vulnerable, telling the truth, I guess. They've been hurt before. They have this big wall up, but it hides a very deep feeling. So the love is there. It's true. If this is like business or art or something, this is creativity. So much creativity. And if this is like romantic love, it's it could be like sexual creativity or something like that. And it's all like locked away because they're too inhibited or this is like a crutch. It's an addiction. Traditionally, the devil can be addictions to substances, to anything, games, playing games, addictions to, and I guess in this case, lying. Just like it might come out sooner than they can even think about it. It could be like an impulse reaction where they're just lying. This is what they do. That's why before I would ask a question to my sister, I would preface it by saying, don't lie. Sorry that I'm laughing so much. I'm working on filling out, building muscle. I am. Washing clothes does that. Wait, did you see it? Did you see that? Did you see that? I guess this is the end of our meeting. Thank you so much for joining me, for taking the ride up to the Artegan headquarters. I hereby adjourn this meeting, and until next week, my dear, beautiful darlings, many beautiful blessings upon all of your beautiful heads. Mwah.